Dear students, hope you all are fine. Today's our offline class is about skeletal system. Skeletal system is a system of external and internal living or dead hardened structures which form the supportive, protective and jointed framework of the body. Hard or flexible internal or external structures of the animal body, such as bones and cartilage, constitute the skeleton. The skeleton system is responsible for movement or locomotion of various body parts. Types of skeletal system. Skeletal system is of two types. Number 1, exoskeletal system, and number 2, endoskeletal system. Number 1, exoskeletal system. The skeleton, which is external, is called exoskeleton. It is a rigid, protective and supportive covering or framework present outside the body. Exoskeleton is made up of hard structures or dead tissue present in both vertebrates and invertebrates. Number 2, endoskeletal system. The skeleton system present inside the body of an organism is called endoskeletal system. It is the hard, supporting structural framework which occurs inside the body of both vertebrates and invertebrates. The endoskeleton, in case of the vertebrates, is made up of bones and cartilage. Knowledge cloud. At the time of birth, there are approximately 300 bones. After some time, during adulthood, some bones fuse and form 206 bones. Skeletal system in man. On the basis of different skeletal structures present in the body of the organism, endoskeleton is divided into two principal divisions. Number A, axial skeleton. Number B, appendicular skeleton. Skeleton, which comprises of 206 bones, is divided into axial skeleton with 80 bones and appendicular skeleton with 126 bones. Axial skeleton is further divided into skull with 29 bones, vertebral column with 26 bones, ribs plus sternum with 24 plus 1, that is 25 bones, aggregating to 80 bones. Appendicular skeleton, it is divisible into two types: girdle bones comprising of 6 bones and limb bones 4 into 30, that is 120, and 120 plus 6, that is 126 bones. Skull, which comprises of 29 bones, is further divided into facial bones, which are 14 in number, cranium with 8 bones, ear ossicles with 6 bones, hyoid bone 1 in number. Girdle bones, which are 6 in number, is further divided into two: pelvic girdle with 2 bones and pectoral girdle with 4 bones. Axial skeleton. The axial or axial skeleton runs along the middle longitudinal axis of the body. It comprises 80 bones which distribute along the main axis and form 4 structures such as skull, vertebral column, sternum and ribs. Skull. Skull is dicondylic. Skull is having cranium with 8 bones and face with 14 bones. The 8 bones of cranium are divided into following: 1 frontal, 2 parietal, 2 temporal, 1 occipital, 1 sphenoid, and 1 ethmoid bone. And face having 14 bones, they are divided into, or the breakup is like this: 2 nasal, 2 maxilla, 2 zygomatic, 2 lacrimal, 2 palatine, 2 inferior nasal conchae, 1 vomer, and 1 mandible bone. So total 14 bones. 14 and cranium 8 bones. The skeleton of the head is called skull. It rests on the upper end of the vertebral column, and the bony structure of the skull consists of 4 parts such as cranium, facial bones, hyoid, and ear bones. First, cranium. Cranium is a hollow and nearly rounded bony structure which protects the brain. It is made up of 8 bones called cranial bones. The bones fuse together and form sutures. Base of the skull has a large opening called foramen magnum, through which the brain communicates with the spinal cord. There are 2 facets called occipital condyles on both sides of the foramen magnum. Because of the presence of 2 condyles, the human skull is called dicondylic. Number 2, ear ossicles. The middle ear has 3 bones called ear ossicles which help in amplification of sound. These bones are: number 1, malleus, which is hammer shaped; number 2, incus, anvil shaped; and number 3, steps, stirrup shaped. Now, number 3, facial bone. Facial bones constitute front part of the skull, skeleton of lower jaw, hard palate, and nose. Number 4, hyoid bone. The hyoid bone is a U-shaped bone which is present at the base of buccal cavity, that is, at the base of the tongue and above the larynx. The hyoid bone together with the tongue forms the hyoid apparatus. Now, the functions of skull. The most important function of the skull is to protect the brain. This function is mainly carried out by the cranium. Number 2nd function, the skull bears jaws which help the animal in cutting and masticating its food. Number 3rd function of skull, ear bones help in amplification of sound. Number 4th function of skull is it protects and supports the special sense organs. This was all about today's offline class. Thanks.